Hey there, YouTubers. This is not really the unboxings, it's already been on the shelf for probably about 5 months or whatever it's been, but this is the Venom Fine Art Kotobukiya. This is the box for this. As you can see, I mean, the Kotobukiya boxes are pretty generic. They're all pretty much the same. You've got this raised gold for the Venom here. You've got the embossed Venom here. You've got the sweaty handprints all over this box now. Grand. And
it's just gone down.
You can see the sides, other side. Again, that's upside down.
Slightly embossed. You can
again,
see it fine.
You can see it on there.
Yeah, you can see it. No problem.
All right. And then you've got the piece number.
Top box.
Okay, sorry, top of the box. I was just looking at that. 2005 at 3000, so it's quite a high run on this one.
Funny enough, the Spider-Man's a lot less.
Oh really?
I think it's about 1500. The Spider-Man, yeah, they did a lot less for some reason. I don't know why. If you want to, so I guess maybe if you want to do your homemade diorama, which a lot of people are doing, and you want to place them next to each other, which I've seen a few videos of, and they look unreal together. But the truth is there's a lot of going to be unhappy people out there because the numbers just don't fit.
Well, I mean. Also, I mean, I think Kotobukiya tried to make up for the shit they did before with Venom, but I'm sure George will cover that a bit later on. And then also, sorry, you've got the back of the box here, which again, I mean, I do like these sort of sides on the Kotobukiya, but this one I would have preferred, you know, a little base story there about the black costume, which I think, like Amazing Spider-Man 253 possibly, and Secret Wars 7 or 8, which is where the black costume comes in, and then Venom comes in on as Eddie Brock in Amazing Spider-Man 299 and 300, which I've got copies of pretty much all of. Actually, I have got copies of all of those. Got a CGC of the Secret Wars on, which I think is 9.8 or even might be 9.6.
You know your stuff, man, no doubt.
So, yeah, so we're going to hand you over to the big G boy, and that sounds bad actually, big gay boy.
Yes.
Sorry, we're going to hand you over to George.
Thanks, man.
Not
Thanks.
the big G boy.
Thanks. Hey YouTubers, carrying on from where Alex left off, the big G man. This base is absolutely monstrously heavy. It probably weighs about 10 pounds. It is insane. It is absolutely ridiculously weighty. Base, as you can see, carpet matches curtains. We're at 205 of 3000, okay? So 2005 for 3000. Again, Alex says pretty high number. Base shows all of the typical, I mean, in fairness, this is probably the best base I've seen a Kotobukiya Fine Art have. As you've seen with our previous Doctor Doom, it just looks like a really bad child's torch. But, you know, it's a pretty decent base, got a few, like, scattered rocks and broken bits of steel. What's that, what are these called? They call them in American, what's it?
Girders?
Oh, that's it, girders, yeah, steel girders. And he has a simple...
Game on there.
Yeah, he's got a big foot plant there, as you can see. Now, this actual statue here, you can see, will run through, but that peg is pretty monstrous. You know, I've shown you before the size of Thanos' little one, and this is absolutely huge. So literally, it's a placement there, and it's got like a little sort of a foot plate, and it goes straight into it, sits in quite nicely. Now let's talk about the sculpt in itself, okay? So we'll continue to talk around as we go. Alex, throw in whatever you wish. One thing I haven't done is taken out the tongue here. The tongue, this actually does come out, so it comes in 3 pieces. The tongue does come out, but it's a little bit, once it's in, it pretty much is staying in. You may have heard this once or twice before. It's pretty sturdy, it's not coming out. Now what I love about this, and what I loathe about it, let's talk about the fact it does look like Venom. Now everyone talks about the Comiket version, the Sideshow Comiket version. Now for me, I hate that piece. I think it sucks. And the reason why is because the bottom line is, where do these fingernails come from? Where do these brown fingernails come from, and that ridiculous face? I mean, his face is like all over the place. It's absolutely massive. I've seen a couple of reviews on it, and a lot of people slate this piece, which there's a lot of reviews on this online. But that's fine, you know, at the end of the day, each to their own. For me, this is the Venom I remember. This is...
I mean, Sideshow they kind of butchered two of my favourite characters. I mean, a lot of people do rate him quite highly, but the Silver Surfer, he's just too muscly for Silver
massive.
Surfer.
He's huge.
He's meant to be probably like an Olympic swimmer or something. You know, that's what he's probably meant to be like. But Sideshow, he's like a bodybuilder.
He looks massive in the
and
comic.
then also Carnage.
Carnage is huge, yeah.
Carnage is ripped.
It's a great piece though, that comic kit, but he's huge. He is big.
I'm not really sold on that one yet. I mean, I've got the Diamond Select Marvel Milestone one, and I think that's a really nice piece.
That's probably more comic accurate.
Yeah.
Again, this for me is a little bit more comic. People may disagree, and that's fine. I haven't read a recent Venom comic. Maybe he's gone that way. Maybe he looks like he's 25 stone and has ridiculous fingernails now. But this is what I don't like about this statue is I don't know what's going on with his hand. Now for me that looks like a really bad Hawaiian signal. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, he seems awfully confused. I know that it's meant to be sort of animalistic. I love the traps, I love the muscle. A lot of people complained that, you know, it wasn't shiny enough, that it was a bit too matte. I probably would have liked to have seen it a little glossier, to be honest. I have no issue with that, I think they're probably right. But really, this is a really classic Venom pose. The tongue's not over-exaggerated, sensible. Teeth don't look too bad, they're pretty good. I mean, as a whole, I love Bowen's one where he's sort of on the edge of a building or a church or whatever he's doing. He's just hanging over the side, looks pretty menacing. I've seen it once or twice, it looks beautiful. I don't know if you can see this over here, there's just fates of blue. You can see there's little bits of blue just running through it, turquoise blue into that, and again on the centre of the chest. If you go underneath, you can pretty much see that happening. I mean, it's a decent size. This is about 10.5 inches, 11 inches tall, even on that crouch position. This is probably, they say it's 1/6 scale. It isn't. There is no way it is. This has got to be about 1/5 scale, something, because if he was standing up tall, he's got to be 15 inches, and there's no way he's 6'10", 6'9". It's not possible.
Great, you're going to have to do this one quite quickly. My memory's running a bit low.
Yeah, I'm starting to get on the quiet side, man.
Okay, so this is the Venom comic, Lethal Protector #1. This was in a cracked CGC case, so I got it quite cheap on eBay. And then all ripped the CGC case apart anyway, so it's probably not a 9.8 as it was before.
9.6, 9.94 actually, it was 9.4.
Oh, 9.4, okay.
It was a 9.4, but it didn't match any of my display and it was too tall.
Well, anyway, so...
not bitter at all, it's fine.
And then there's the Marvel Masterpiece card, which they're pretty good cards. I think they're 93 or 94, and it's quite a good series. I mean, if you try and buy a whole set of these, it will set you back £150, I think I saw them for last time.
I think I paid about £8 for that card, to be fair.
Yeah. Is it 98 or 90? Sorry, 94 or 94? My battery's going to die now. It doesn't say the year on here, which is quite surprising. But yeah, it's say 93, 94 on there. And we're going to get this guy back in before my battery dies, as well as my memory card's dying. My phone's just on its way out. Alright, so
Sweet home, son.
Here we go, got to be careful because he's
so
heavy guy. And
there we go. What we're going to do is just lightly turn him, spin him round. The grips on that bottom of that base make him incredibly hard to move. That's pretty much how I like him, just there.
Yeah, tuck him in, get him ready for bed.
That's it. Home sweet home, son.
Okay.
Peace out.
Night night.